Letter L week. It's definitely been an interesting week for us. We welcomed our first snow of the year this weekend, and along with it, we've had a little bit of cold and congestions and fevers and aches. But we've still been able to have some really productive lessons. We used our chalkboard table again this week to look at the letter L and to begin working on the letter L sound. And then we traced the letter L onto the table and used our Legos to build the letter L out on the table. The kids really got excited about using Legos, which start with the letter L, to build their letter L on their table. This is probably the most fun they've had building the letter L to date. And they were really excited afterwards to get to play with the Legos for a few minutes before we moved on to the next activity. We used the preschoolmom.com worksheets again this week for the letter L. I found it to be a great resource to have. It helps me because I have these little bases that are already planned into my lessons that I know I will use with each letter, and then that allows me to spend more time thinking on creative ways to supplement and do some enrichment with that letter. One of the worksheets she has that we really like is where they trace the letter L, or they trace whatever letter we're working on, and then up at the top there's a little symbol for the letter that they are able to color in when they've completed each row. I was really surprised by how much that motivated my little one to work on her row of letters. Here's our littlest, Micaiah, trying to get in on some of the action. She'll come around and try to get people's papers for herself, which is a lot of fun. So we're working again using different writing tools with each lesson. Here's Lenny Has Lunch. This was a great letter L book that I found at the library. It used Lenny's name over and over again. Here's some breakfast with some breakfast bars cut into shapes of L's. Just a fun way for the kids to have that letter reinforced throughout their day. And here we were building with our Legos again. They liked it so much the day before that we did it again. So those are some of our sick faces this week as we've not been feeling so well. But it's just been a great little time together. The kids have enjoyed it. Here's a different writing utensil again, trying to practice different tools so that we get used to using a variety of equipment in our hands. Here was Lion Lessons, another great letter L book. It helps us focus on making the l sound and recognizing it and how it's used in different words. So we had a great time this week. Some of our extra activities included bringing in a snow box and bringing some of the fresh snow into the box and playing with different materials in there. Here are the kids acting out different scenes from the book Lion Lessons. Oh, here's a roar getting ready to come up. A great big roar.
Roar. Even louder. Roar. Let me hear your loudest roar. Let me hear your loudest roar, Isaiah. Good job.
And after we did that, we just did a quick little glue down of some different lion parts and shapes along with the letter L, and we called it a day for that project. We've also looked at how Jesus is Lord, and that Lord is spelled with a letter L and a capital letter L at that. And since it is time for us to get ready to celebrate Christmas, we've also been going over Luke chapter 2 a good bit during our story times before nap, when we wake up in the morning, and when we go to bed at night. So today, after we finish the lion lesson with letter L, we watched Luke chapter 2, King James Version on YouTube, on our big TV with our Chromecast. And then we used some finger puppets that we'd had from a previous lesson earlier in the year to reenact the scene of Jesus' birth. So here they are with our little people manger and the finger puppets that we had, getting ready to act out. Caden's got Mary, Isaiah's got Joseph. There were some arguments that ensued over who would be Jesus. But in the end, it was really beautiful to watch when the angel Gabriel came on to announce the birth of Jesus to the shepherds. Kaden took that role on for herself, and she was kind of quoting right along with the video, the words of the angels and what they would find in the manger. So just a sweet way to reincorporate those lessons and help them hold on to those truths. And a great way to spend time together and have a structure that sets them up to have order in their life, and order is from the Lord, and chaos is not.